there is a reason why God is making you wait. There is a reason why God is making you wait. You gotta take the wisdom out of the situation. You are in that season, in that situation for a reason. So you gotta be patient, okay? Because God is gonna show you hidden things that you do not know. He's gonna show you hidden things that don't nobody else see. Ain't nobody else gonna understand it, and it's not for you to try to communicate it to nobody else. You just need to keep your eyes open. Pay attention. Use intention. Move upright. Walk upright. Everything that God is asking you to do, you gotta do it. Okay? In a situation that seems so tough, I want you to know that you are bigger than the situation. You have power over the situation. You have power to change the situation. And when you ask God for wisdom and discernment and knowledge and understanding, you ask Him for this. He's gonna give it to you, but you have to keep your eyes open. That means to pay attention, to use intention, to observe, to look closely. Okay, pay attention to detail, because He's showing you something hidden that you don't already know. It's something hidden. It's like, oh my goodness, it's like a scavenger hunt with God. And it's so cool how He works. It's so amazing how He works. But I need you to understand that there are hidden things that nobody else sees, but you can see it because you have access to God, and God gives you eyes to see, ears to hear, mouth to speak. He gives you all this. Okay, you just gotta put them tools to use. When I tell you it is a privilege to be connected to God, I want to scream. I want to scream. If God tell you to do something, He put it on your heart to do something, please do it. Please do not wait. I'm learning this. Like, do not wait. Move, because it's something else that's going to come after that, and it's big, okay? When God instructs you to do something, you just do it, and you're like, I don't know what else to do. Just wait. Just wait. He gonna give you another instruction. It might not be that same day. It might be the next day. It might be another day. It's God is so amazing. Oh my goodness. He's gonna give you instructions, and they be so clear. And when He give you instructions, something good comes after that. Oh my gosh, He's so good. Y'all, when I tell y'all life is about to get good for a lot of us, life is about to get amazing. So we got to be thankful in the moment. We got to enjoy the moment and ask God for the wisdom, even when it seems tough. He's trying to teach you something. He needs you to understand something, okay? Because in your next season, you're going to need the tools from this situation that you're in. The tools that you have, you're going to need those tools to be able to teach somebody else, to share your testimony, to share how you got out of the situation, all right? To share what God did for you. He's going to get the glory out of all of it. But we really have to pay attention. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. It's like rainy days for me make me like really cloudy, and they're tough for me. It's tough for me on those days. But you have to know that there's rainbow. There's a rainbow after the rain. There's a sunny day after the rain. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And it's like after the rain, after the storm, after you persevered through the storm, you get through it, and then the sun is shining. There's rainbows, there's beautiful clear skies, and you just understand so much more of what God was doing in that situation. Y'all, oh my gosh, this is so good. This is so good. Stay patient. Okay, just remain patient and ask God for the wisdom in the situation, because He's gonna give it to you. He's gonna give it to you. And if you get out of the situation, if you try to do things on your own, if you try to put your hands in the mix, or like move off of your own understanding, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. You gotta wait for God's instructions. You gotta wait for Him to move you. You gotta wait for Him to elevate you. You gotta wait for Him to tell you what to do next, because if you don't, you're gonna fail. You're gonna repeat the same cycle. So how do you get clear instructions from God? Hey, you got to be fasting. You got to be praying. You got to be pressing. You got to be your word, studying. Literally, God got me on a whole new level of study when I'm reading the Bible now. I'm breaking down simple words. Do you understand me? Little words. It could be fear. The word can be fear. I'm going to look up the definition and really break it down so I can understand the text in the Bible better. Y'all, when I tell y'all that we are being leveled up, we're being elevated to our next level, and we don't even know it because we be letting these situations defeat us. Do not let it defeat you. Understand, visualize, like literally close your eyes and visualize how David took Goliath down with a sling and a stone. A sling and a stone. I think it hit him in his head or something. It hit him in his head and it knocked him out. And he still went through with him after that. He took Goliath's sword, his own sword, and cut his head off. Do y'all understand that the enemy is defeated? You are bigger than the situation. The enemy he's defeated. He's under your feet. His head is cut off. He's been done. He's done. He's through. He's a liar. He's a liar. He'll come to you and tell you everything. Have your mind all twisted and combobulated and discombobulated or whatever. Have your mind all twisted up. All you got to do is say, you are a liar. Satan, you are a liar. And I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You got to pray against these word curses that's being prayed against you, that witchcraft that's being done against you, the demonic forces that's trying to come against you, baby. You got to pray against that stuff. You bigger than that. You better than that. And when I was able to visualize myself stepping on the enemy, stepping on him, like picturing me stepping on a snake and chopping his head off, he can't do nothing else. He done. He through for. You keep moving. Keep doing what God told you to do. But you got to persevere. You got to stay patient. You got to remain calm. You got to remain sober-minded and vigilant. Because when you're operating out of your emotions, baby, you ain't sober. That's drunk. You are literally drunk when you're operating off of your emotions. Put them emotions in the back somewhere. They can't go with you. They can't drive the car. They don't know how to drive. They ain't had no driving lessons. You got to be able to drive. You got to have self-control. You got to have emotional intelligence. So you got to put them emotions back where they came from somewhere. They can't operate. They can't do nothing. You can't make no decisions like that. You can't talk like that. You can't understand nothing when you're emotional. No, you got to remain sober-minded and vigilant, because the enemy prowls around like a roaring lion seeking who he can devour. He's waiting to take you out. He's waiting to pull you back to who you used to be, what you used to do, how you used to respond, how you used to react. That's what he wants out of you. He wants that energy. He wants your power. He's jealous. He does not like you because you have access to God. No. He's defeated. Know that he's already defeated and you already won. God won the battle for you when he died on the cross. You have the victory over any situation, circumstance, whatever that you're going through. You have the victory. So you got to stay planted. Stay sober, because this is how you're going to think clearly. This is how you're going to hear God. This is how you're going to move freely off the instructions he gives you, regardless of the chaos that's going on around you. Baby, when you have inner peace, don't nothing outside you move you. It don't move you. So stay patient. Sit in the waiting room. There is wisdom in the waiting room. There is knowledge in the waiting room. There are resources in the waiting room. There are other kingdom-minded people in the waiting room. Wait for God's instructions, because he's trying to teach you something. You just got to open your eyes and see what it is that he's trying to teach you. And I do want to say that what the enemy meant for bad, God is turning it around for your good. He is preparing a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Okay? And your enemies are going to be your footstool. So, take that and do what you will with it.